Jijini Nairobi kuna mkutano kati ya wanahabari ambao unaendelea hivi sasa kuhusiana na amani na viongozi fulani katika mkahawa mmoja hapa jijini Nairobi. Moja kwa moja acha nikupeleke upande huo pia tupate kusikia ni kitu gani kinachoendelea kuhusiana na swala la amani.
Into our political processes, and it's very important for us because we know from our workspaces, even from you where you work, that you are now ethnically divided, and it's a constant circle. Every election year, you then begin being identified as, everyone assumes you will vote for this candidate because of your last name. And it's exhausting as a nation that we have to do this every 5 years. And we truly need to ask ourselves at the end of next week, when we know who the winners and the losers are, we need to ask ourselves why it's necessary that we have to keep putting people into these ethnic blocks and being divided in the workplace. And after the elections, we can intermarry, we can be friends, but during the elections, we are divided. It points to something so fundamentally wrong with us as a nation that we allow ourselves to keep being divided every 5 years and to stand aside and to even be able to start looking at your mother and father in terms of from which ethnic community they come from. So it's so important that we ask ourselves that question next week, at the end of next week. And for the leaders who will emerge to guide us, to lead us next week, to put it on their agenda as the #1 priority, how they will unify this nation, how they will never bring us to this point again where you are sitting with a workmate in the office, a colleague who is your friend, who loans you money, who comes to visit you in hospital when you are sick, but when it comes to election, you see them as the enemy. And really, it's a really key question for us. And if we solve that particular question, then we don't have to worry about so many other issues, and elections will become normal. They'll come and go, and we won't worry about whoever leads us. And finally, for the media especially, please remember that hotspots are not places, they are issues, and that they only become identified with places when they are aggravated by something else like an election, and that we need to then again look at all these issues next week, at the end of next week, in the perspective of, so what made this place a hotspot? What are the issues that are making this place a hotspot, and address them? Otherwise, as a country, I don't think we have the capacity to keep taking this. Like every 5 years we go through this circle. We can't do this. And this country, like for those of us sitting at this table, it no longer belongs to us. It belongs to our children. And we really owe them something. We owe them a country in which they don't have to be mobilized ethnically every 5 years. Thank you.
I'm informed there was a technical hitch on the part of the media that we are not live, or someone's feed was not well connected. So we have been asked to read the statement again once more. So bear it with us. I'll try and read it very quickly. At least I'm scared. So this is just for the group of concerned Kenya's initiative is a volunteer group consisting of eminent, passionate Kenyans with a vision of a peaceful, just and united Kenya. The group was conceived to complement initiatives for peaceful and credible elections leading up to the general elections of 2007 and 2013. So our group has been around for quite a while, about 10 years. The objectives of this group are to work tirelessly and confidentially behind scenes to provide a mechanism for high-level engagement between the top political players and other actors. This is done with a view to ensure the building of consensus on contentious issues, facilitate political agreements, and a collaborative spirit. We seek to ensure public confidence in the ongoing electoral process and effectively contribute to a peaceful and credible election. Our initiative is informed by our desire to see free, fair, peaceful, and credible election. As concerned Kenyans who were involved in seeking solutions during the 2007, 2008 2008 crisis, we remain mindful of the obligations arising from the Constitution that declare violence a contradiction with the spirit and ends of the Kenyan nation. Members of our group cultivate and enjoy considerable goodwill as eminent citizens and reach various constituencies to further the national agenda of a peaceful and credible election. This press conference, ladies and gentlemen, is reaching out to these constituencies that include all actors within and without the political sphere. We commend Kenyans across the political divide for their resilience and restraint in working towards a free, fair, credible, and peaceful election on the 8th of August. We also wish to commend all political candidates for their campaigns and selling their agendas to the electorate. We further affirm all current efforts going on to ensure peaceful and credible elections from all sectors, including the private sector and interfaith-led initiatives. We express our confidence in the institutions that are involved in running the election and single out the judiciary, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, the IEBC, the Kenya Police, and the National Cohesion and Integration Commission. We urge and encourage them to uphold integrity and democratic principles aimed at ensuring the elections are free, fair, credible, and peaceful. We, the group of concerned Kenyans initiative, call on all political parties and those running for elective offices to, 1, show patriotic leadership and speak to each other in private and in public and shun divisive ethnic politics. 2, prioritize putting people first, valuing human life above all interests, and exercise sobriety. 3, gracefully accept the people's verdict on the outcome of the election, or, if dissatisfied with the results, seek legal redress. And 4th, celebrate winning with humility and gratitude, and not humiliate or demean the losers. Equally, we call on the citizens of Kenya to, 1, restrain themselves from any actions that may mar or undermine a peaceful, credible election. And 2, adhere to the rule of law and uphold the principle of nationhood as enshrined in our Constitution and national anthem by abstaining from all forms of violence before, during, and after the elections. We call upon the youth to remain calm and shun all forms of violence and be the peacekeepers in their community. We particularly call on the presidential candidates to jointly and publicly call for peace and credible elections before Kenyans vote on the 8th of August to calm the nation. In conclusion, we want to recognize the efforts of our colleagues who have passed on, particularly Deka Ibrahim Abdi and Ambassador Bethel Kiplagat, who began this process with us those many years ago. God bless Kenya, God bless us all. Signed, Lieutenant General Daniel Opande, Chairman and Convener of GCKI. Albert?
In Swahili.
In Swahili.
Oh, that's okay.
Na mtazamaji